Femi noticed the shadow first, and it was creepy. It followed a boy in his class, always a step behind, stretching unnaturally along the wall, even when the light didn't make sense. It was tall, thin, and too dark. It moved like it was attached, but not belonging. It was there in the morning, stayed in the afternoon, and followed the boy when he left school. And no, it wasn't the boy's shadow. And surprisingly, no one else could see it. Femi watched it for 3 days. On the 4th day, the boy didn't come to school. At first, Femi thought he was sick. But when he asked around, something felt wrong. "Who are you talking about?" his classmates asked. They claimed they didn't know anyone when Femi called his name. Even the teachers looked confused. There was no empty seat, no missing name on the attendance list, no memory of the boy at all, as if he had never existed. That afternoon, Femi walked past the boy's house. His parents were outside laughing. He greeted them and asked carefully,
"Your son, is he okay?"
They stared at him, confused. "We don't have a son," they said. Femi's stomach dropped. He was the only one who remembered the boy, and the only one who could still see the shadow. The next day, Femi told his friends, Tunde and Bola. At first they laughed, until they saw the fear in his eyes. It seemed serious. A week later, the shadow appeared again. This time, it followed a girl in SS2. It stayed close to her locker, hovered near her seat, stretched along the classroom wall behind her. Femi watched carefully. He told his friends. They wrote her name down. They recorded her seat number. They took pictures of her with their phones. 3 days later, she vanished, just like the first boy. And just like before, no one remembered her. Not her friends, not her teachers, not even her parents, except Femi. Even his friends forgot. The pictures they kept were gone. Only the written records Femi kept remained. When he showed them the records, they remembered it had been just 3 days ago. So they began digging. In the school records room, locked, dusty, and never used, they found an old register hidden behind broken files. It listed names. 3 students, every 3 years, going back decades, all marked with one word, completed. The room belonged to only one person, the principal. The next day, Femi woke up sweating. The shadow was standing in his room, not behind him. Facing him, it did not move. It did not blink. That was when he screamed. He told his parents everything. Together, they went to a powerful dibia, an old man known for seeing what others couldn't and remembering what the world had forgotten. The dibia listened quietly. Then he told the truth. The school was protected by blood. Every 3 years, students were sacrificed so the school would remain the strongest in the community, so no other school could rise. The shadow was the collector. And now, it had come for Femi. There is only one way, the dibia said. At the back of the school is a hidden calabash. Break it and the covenant will end. That night they went, hands shaking, hearts pounding. The school compound felt wrong, too quiet, too watchful. They smashed the calabash. A scream tore through the school. The principal ran out, shouting, confessing everything. The rituals, the sacrifices, the shadow. Then she collapsed, dead. At that exact moment, the world changed. Parents remembered their children. Students remembered. Names returned to mouths that had forgotten them. Crying filled the streets. Pictures were brought out. Names were spoken again. Memorials were held for the children who had vanished and been erased. And Femi? He lived, and no one ever went missing again. But sometimes late at night, Femi still checks his shadow, just to be sure it's really his.